What's up, everybody? Brandon here with Fold Up Games. I make video games for the fun of it, and a lot of things. Anyway, very low edit video. I wanted to come to you today and just talk to you in my bad state, in my bad self. This is a follow up on an ADHD and game dev video that I did a while back. I wanted to talk to you about it and just be me, be my bad self. Get down with your bad self. It's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing, and I think on the internet a lot of times people can come out and just be like, "Oh, everything's awesome and rocking," and show their best self. And right now I'm not okay, and I haven't been okay for a couple of days. It's been a real struggle. So recently, Brackies came out of retirement. Yay! He's like the first guy you're going to learn from to learn Unity, which is cool. I never really enjoyed Unity that much, but here he is coming back, and he's teaching Gato, and which apparently is the way to say that, I think, Gato. And I thought that'd be a really good progression. I've been wanting to learn that just to have a 3D option coming out of Game Maker, and I like the openness and I like that community. So, and here's Brackies. I'm like, yeah. So I thought, good plan. Let's watch the first video he did. It's an hour. I'll get my head around it and then come back and get more serious. Try to learn after that. It's been a while. It's been weeks. I've sat down a couple times trying to watch that, and I've gotten through about half. And in case, yeah, what I'm doing right now is a lot of self-stimulating, like they call it, I believe, the cool kids stimming. So I'm like just rocking here. One of the things people don't know with ADHD is that it's not really about being hyperactive and you can't sit still. It's really about not being able to control what sparks your interest and what you're excited about, those dopamine hits. And so anything, that's why they'll have fidget spinners and stuff, because life can be life doesn't hit the level at all. So life is boring and you're bored, and you're not always bouncing off the walls trying to find something stimulating. Sometimes you're just like, I don't know, all the energy is gone. And when it comes to learning stuff, it can be really hard. It could be so hard. And I wanted to be here to stand as an example to you, to see that if you see me like I am right now, my not okay self, the Mr. Hyde over here, you're okay too. This isn't permanent, all right? And I wanted to tell you that you're not stupid, and you're not defective, you're not broken, you're okay. One of the things that helped me so much is to be able to talk with other people. There's a group at work with people who are neurodivergent people of various kinds. And I've said it before, I've never gotten a medical diagnosis, and I think maybe I ought to, so they can give me some pills or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll make me feel better to have a doctor tell me, "Oh yeah, man." But when my brother got, they put him on Ritalin when he was a kid, and they wanted me on that too, is what they used to do when, when boys can't sit still, you put them on meds. Yeah, it's not always okay. And I think we do better nowadays about learning how to live with ourselves. And I want to learn to live with myself as well. And I need to meet this guy right here. And like I said, a lot of times on YouTube, you're going to just put your best self out there and your best foot forward. And I wanted you to meet my other self, who's not as fun to be around sometimes. He's not as fun to live with, and he doesn't get much done. And it really sucks when your train of thought just goes away and you don't know what you're even talking about anymore. And the neurons won't fire, and I'll be okay later. But I'm like, I got to get on camera when I'm not okay. It's like if you only check your blood sugar when you're feeling okay instead of checking it when you're not okay. You're not really doing yourself any favors. So I just wanted to give you a chance to know what it's like and to encourage you, because I'm closer to 50 than 40, and I've learned a lot of coping over the years, and it's been hard at times. It's been really hard at times. But I'm not stupid. I learned Game Maker language, GML language, which is sort of a C type language, or a Java type, no, C type language. And I taught myself that because I'm not stupid. I'm very smart. I can code in my head. And I was learning Unity too. I just didn't like it. It was overly bloated and complicated. And I thought, man, I could just go make games right now. I'd rather go do creative stuff in Game Maker instead of trying to fight with this. So when I sit down and try to learn something new, like I want to learn Godot so that I can have another tool, and it appeals to me. And it really sucks that I can't. It really, really sucks. It's not cool. It's not fun. And I know we try to encourage each other, and people will say stuff like, oh, you being neurodivergent is your superpower. Well, I don't feel very super right now. And I can't just turn on hyperfixation. And I don't really want to have to medicate just to be normal. I want to be able to sit still and just watch a video. And I want to learn something. And right now I can't. But I know that there's something about meeting this alter ego of myself, this dark, bad, not... and maybe it's about not calling myself bad so much, not thinking of myself in those terms of because I tell you in a video, hey, you're not defective, but then I say that this is my Mr. Hyde to Dr. Jekyll. This is my bad self. How much negative self-talk am I just putting out, just sitting here trying to talk to you? Anyway, there's no way to wrap up this video, or trying to put a nice bow on it or a nice cover or anything like that, because sometimes you're not okay. But it's not permanent, and I don't know. I'm all right. I'll be okay later. In case you're wondering, it's like, well, dang, dude, do you need something? Or you're worried about me? That's okay. I get this way sometimes. And if you don't see me around on YouTube, I'm not out there putting on my happy face. Maybe sometimes, like yesterday, I wound up taking a nap twice, and I had a hard time falling asleep at night because of it. It's just I wasn't okay. And I'm sure that ADHD is only one of the things I got going on. But I've learned how to live with myself at this point, and a lot of it is living around it. And I think I'm getting to a point where it's like, okay, fine. Hey there, I'm the other half of you that you like to keep stuffed down all the time. And it feels like maybe I would be more. Maybe I would be more if I wasn't being held back by this side of me. But I also know that being a neurodivergent type, you're probably really freaking smart too in a lot of ways. And you're probably really bad about not giving yourself credit where you probably deserve it. I have a long list of accomplishments. I was able to get through some meetings at work today, and it was important, and I did good. But, it's kind of like these flares of awesomeness and these flares of brilliance where you're good, and then times when you're not. Hey, 10 minutes is probably about all any of us can handle. But thank you. If you made it to this part of the video, I really appreciate that. Thank you for listening to me. I think community is really important. So if you want to comment or something, that'd be awesome. But anyway, I think I'll be okay here. So don't worry about me or anything. But We'll be all right. Okay. We'll be okay. You'll be awesome.